Hey, entrepreneurs, if you know God has given you ideas, you know you have a gift to help people, you know you are capable of helping people, you want to build a business that reflects your value, what you believe, you want to create freedom, more impact, more income. This is for you because you do not have a dream problem. The problem that you have is an execution problem. Okay, again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you are an entrepreneur and God has given you idea and you know deep inside of you, He did, you know you have gifts, you know you're capable of helping people, you know you can solve somebody else's problem, and you want to build your business around that, you want to reflect your value, you want to create more freedom, this is for you because you do not have a dream problem, you have an execution problem. All right? Most of you, you might ask yourself, hey, why this is not working? I have this idea. You might have make some video, create some videos, and it didn't work. You might ask yourself, why isn't working? What am I missing? Should I change my idea? Should I buy a new offer? Should I buy a new course? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I have thought about that too, okay? But I don't think you need another strategy. I don't think you need another tactic. I don't think you need another mentor. I don't think you need another certification. I don't think you need more money. I don't think you need better timing. I don't think you need none of that. All right, let me go with my point. So the real problem that I think most entrepreneurs have is that they don't have an information problem, they have an execution problem. Execution is the real problem. All right, so you have enough information, you have attended enough events, enough webinar, and you have enough. What you need now is execution. You have to execute right away, and you are not waiting any longer. Okay. So point number one is idea were never meant to stay in your head. Okay. Again, your idea were never meant to stay in your head. Okay. I believe ideas are gift from the Lord, and you have to put in the work. But idea alone don't change life. Okay. So I want you to have that. Um, I want you to be clear on that. Ideas don't change life. Okay. Idea don't change your family. Idea don't serve your client. Idea don't build companies if you do not put in the work. Okay. If you don't execute on what God gave you, you're making a mistake. Okay, it does not change anybody else's life. All right, unless you execute. Okay, you have to be an implementer. Okay, and point number two is waiting feel safe. Okay, waiting feel safe, but it keep you invisible. Okay, waiting keep you safe, but it keep you invisible. All right, again, waiting feels safe, but it keeps you invisible. Okay, it keep you invisible. A lot of entrepreneurs they think that waiting is gonna help them, like I need to buy a new course in order for me to do this. I have to be ready in order to, to implement this idea. I have to know more. I have to gain more knowledge. I have to be perfect in order for me to launch this new offer, to launch this new business, since we are speaking about business. Okay, all right. So let me go on my next point. It's a small action beat big occasional actions. Okay, I don't believe success comes from one breakthrough. Okay, I don't believe success comes from one breakthrough. I believe it comes by showing up, every single day of your life, every single day in your business. Okay, so it does not come if you get one breakthrough, if you do one event, if you do one live, if you do one email. It doesn't come like that. I want you to be clear on that. It doesn't come from one workshop. It comes from um, actions. Okay, it comes from action. All right. And point number four, you have to start measuring progress by feeling. You have to stop measuring progress by feelings. Okay, you're not letting your feelings control you. All right, that's huge. If you get this, okay, because you like being too you being in your feelings, like it's not gonna help you. I promise you, because I have experienced that. And what they do at the end of the day is that they make you feel worse. Okay, there are things that you might not feel. You might not feel it, but you still have to keep on going. All right, you have to keep on going because you are committed. You will not let your feelings control you, because if you build your business around your feelings, you're not gonna have no business. I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth, but um, it's true. Successful entrepreneur don't only move when they feel it; they move when they are committed. All right, when they are committed, it does not matter if they feel whatever they're feeling. They're not gonna let their feeling control themselves, okay, or control you. I'm not talking to you, okay. Point number five is build something bigger than yourself. Build something bigger than yourselves, okay. I think business becomes more meaningful when it's about serving people. When it's not always about you making money. It's about serving the people. Okay, it's about you serving somebody, like your ideal client. How you do that? By creating videos, by being visible. Okay, um, by a lot of things. Okay, when you have a business that solves problem, it's you're gonna build a real business. All right, because if you don't solve a problem in your business, unfortunately, it's not gonna work. Okay, you have to solve a problem in whatever business, whatever idea that you have. All right, and that is why exactly I have become so obsessed about helping entrepreneur um, communicate a message, teach what they do, what they know, and promote them and help them, launch a new event. That's what I'm passionate about. Um, Helping people launch a new event, grow their business, with the power of events, build event workshops, live training, and you can do this. I promise you, you can do this, because if I have done it, you also can do it. Okay, even if you think you cannot do it. Yes, you can. Okay. And I have an exciting news for you. I have a class coming up called How to Turn your knowledge into clients. Okay. How to use one workshop, one masterclass. It does not matter if you have 5 followers, 10 followers. It does not matter if you don't have any followers. I want you to go and register, and I want you to come in the work class if you want to join me in this masterclass that I'm going to be hosting very soon. Okay, I want you to come in the work class if you are joining me in this new masterclass, and I'm so excited to host it. Okay, let me go over let me give you a summary of what I shared today. So again, I share that if you are an entrepreneur and you know God has given you ideas, you know you have gift, you know you're capable of helping somebody because you solve a problem, you want to build your business that reflects your value, you want to create more freedom, more impact, more income. This is for you, okay? Because for you, because you do not have a dream problem. You have an execution problem. And I share it if you have been feeling like it's not working, what am I missing? Should I buy another course? Should I buy this? Should I buy that? I don't think you need that. I don't think you need another certificate. I don't think you need another certification. I don't think you need another mentor. The mentor that you already have is enough. You don't need another one. All right. I think the real problem that most business owners have is that they don't execute. Okay, that's the real problem. You don't execute. You don't go online. You don't take the action. You don't create momentum, and that is key if you want to build a successful business. All right, you have to be consistent. You have to do everything that you are supposed to do in your business in order to grow, in order to launch a business if you are a newbie. Okay, and I share some points. The idea were never meant to stay in your head because you have so many ideas inside of you. Okay, and I think ideas are a gift from God. Okay, and I share the ideas don't change life unless you take the action. Okay, ideas don't change your life, don't change your family's life unless you take the action, because the marketplace only reward ideas that are executed. Okay, ideas that are executed all the time. Like you don't give up until this idea that you have come to life. Okay, and some of the points that I share is that waiting. I'm sorry, I don't know around here. I share that uh, waiting feels safe, but it keeps you invisible. Okay, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they think that they need more time. Okay, they think they need to know more. They think they need to be perfect, but I don't think you need that. All right. And the other point that I share, let me know what is it. Stop measuring progress by feelings. Stop measuring progress by feelings. Okay, we're not doing that. All right. And I invite you to my masterclass that I'm hosting, how to turn your expertise, your knowledge into more clients by launching a masterclass. And I want you to come in the work class. And that is all I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you today. God bless you. Go and do something, create something. You are a creator, you're creating an image of God, and you believe in what you do. You believe you have a problem to solve. I want you to go out there and take an action in order for you to execute this idea that you have. Okay, God bless you. Bye.